I'm gonna put the camera here for a sec, but okay, so what we're gonna do, well, you can stay in for a second. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki.
I'm Adam.
And in today's video, we have a recipe video, but it's like a trial recipe video of something we've never tried before. So we're super excited. We are jumping on a trend that we are so late on, honestly.
Very late.
But today we're gonna be making some different cottage cheese recipes. So if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's get started. Don't leave if you're scared of cottage cheese, because honestly, I'm scared of cottage cheese. No, so many people are so grossed out by it. And honestly, I just am like a little weirded out by it. I've never liked it. Every time I've tried it, I just don't like it. I remember we tried the Felicia combos a while back and it was okay, but I just like something about the texture. I don't know. But you liked it?
Just the fact you said if you're scared of cottage cheese, don't go away.
Because this might be good. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be different.
I used to eat it growing up, not a lot, but I would have it with, I would just have like cold cottage cheese and tomatoes diced up.
And you liked it?
With pepper. I mean, I put a lot of pepper on it, so it was more pepper, but.
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not, I'm definitely not just going to eat it by itself now, but I'm excited to try these.
Yeah, so it is a good higher protein option. I got this giant tub from Walmart. It's just a great value brand. And today I got the 1% milk fat cottage cheese. I got small curd, but I don't think it really matters because we're going to be blending everything. So today I'm going to be using my Ninja blender for this. And then we have the little blender cups. So this is just going to be perfect to make these. The three things we're going to be making today are first the cottage cheese flatbread that's like viral on TikTok right now. When I posted about cottage cheese recipes, so many people messaged me about the flatbread, and so we're definitely going to be trying that today. Pretty much all it is cottage cheese and an egg and then some seasoning, and then you just flatten it out and bake it in the oven, and it makes this like fluffy little flatbread that you can put like a sandwich together with. So that's what we're going to be doing. So that's the first thing we're going to try. The second thing we're gonna make is some egg bites. So I've had so many people tell me that using cottage cheese and egg bites is really good, like the Trader Joe's ones that we like, or like the Starbucks. So I'm excited to try those, and I'm gonna be adding some red bell pepper. That's pretty much the only veggie we have. We don't have much food right now. We have pretty limited selection because this is actually gonna be our last video we film in this house, I realized. So
true.
That's why I wanted you to be in it too. This is our last video here. But until we move, this is the last video we're gonna be filming so that I have one ready for when we're in the new house. But anyway, make it all emotional. You're not even emotional about it like I am.
I mean, yeah, I probably will be day of, but
yeah,
it's just been so stressful that it's like I don't have time to be emotional.
True, very true. But anyway, back to the cottage cheese. We're gonna be making the egg bites for breakfast, and then we're also going to make some buffalo chicken dip with cottage cheese. So we're gonna blend it first and then make the buffalo chicken dip that way. We're just gonna be using some rotisserie chicken, also from Walmart. For each of these recipes, I use 1 cup of cottage cheese. This container has 6. 1 cup, well actually the serving size is a half cup. It's got 80 calories, 1 gram of fat, and 12 grams of protein. It's also got 6 carbs and 4 grams of sugar. Not added sugar though, it's just because it's dairy. But then for the serving of a half cup, it's 2 points on Weight Watchers. A full cup is 4 points. So each of these recipes is gonna use 1 cup total, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with the flatbread. So the reason that we're starting with the flatbread is because it actually takes about 30 minutes to bake in the oven. A lot of the recipes I saw, which there were so many different recipes for it on TikTok, every one I scrolled through had a different recipe, so we're just kind of winging it with doing 1 cup of cottage cheese and 2 eggs. I think that was the recipe I saw the most for this. We're gonna bake it at 400 and check on it after like 20-25 minutes, but a lot of people said it takes 30 minutes or so. See, this I don't like very much.
Yeah, I don't honestly miss that smell.
Yeah, I kind of struggle just with like the consistency. I don't know, it kind of just, I don't know what it reminds me of or why I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know so many people are kind of like, they struggle with it. But again, so many people that have said they feel that way about it say that they love these recipes. So that's why I'm super excited to try them, because
it won't look like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 1 cup of cottage cheese in here. In the blender cup, we're going to put the cup of cottage cheese, and I know that one of the options, I'm guessing it's the fat-free cottage cheese, or like 0%, that is 0 points on Weight Watchers. I need to double check that because we haven't used that before either. I just thought this would be maybe a little bit better with a little bit of milk fat, so we're gonna see. But in here, we're just gonna go ahead and crack 1 egg. And then to this, for the flatbread today, we're gonna use this roasted garlic and herb Weber seasoning. I feel like this will just be a good flavor for it. I love this seasoning. So I've got the egg in here. Just gonna add a decent amount of it. A decent amount, and then I'm also going to add a little salt and pepper. I don't know if it needs it. I think other people added a decent amount of seasoning to this, so maybe I'll do a little garlic salt too, just for fun.
Just a little flavor.
We're gonna want it to have some flavor, I feel like. So then these are the blender cups we have. The bottom just attaches like this. It feels like I'm like making a shake or something, and it's supposed to be like.
It's a disgusting protein shake.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and blend this up. Seems like most of the chunks are out of it.
It's a lot thicker than I thought.
Oh, it smells like ranch.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Which actually a lot of people say that you can just mix it, I think, with ranch dressing seasoning and it turns into ranch. What would you do if I just started drinking it?
I'd probably be scared for my life.
Okay, so we just have a tray with parchment paper and I'm gonna spray it with some non-stick olive oil spray. And then we're just gonna go ahead and pour this onto the tray and pop it in the oven. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Now that the flatbread's in the oven, we're a little lower on the camera. I realized I adjusted it wrong. So we've got another blender cup. In this one, I think we're gonna do, and again, we're not really going off a recipe because I looked up so many and they're all so different for these types of egg bites. But one thing that a lot of them did have in common was putting a pan of water in the oven to help make more steam so that it makes these egg bites like softer, I guess. So we might try that with just a small tray of water. But anyway, in this cup, I'm gonna go ahead and crack 8 eggs. Okay, so we've got 8 eggs in here. Also feel like I'm about to like chug this.
Say that's
how much would it cost to have you drink this?
Not much.
If someone paid you $100, you would drink this?
Oh yeah.
Scary.
Scary? What do you mean?
That's 8 eggs. I feel like that would make your stomach hurt.
It probably would, but I'd have $100.
Okay, and then I've got another cup of cottage cheese. So we're just gonna add the cottage cheese in there. It's gonna splash at me.
Yep.
No, we're good.
See, now this, I would need more money for.
Then to this one.
It looks weird.
We're gonna go ahead and add this seasoning, which is so good. It's just an onion and herb seasoning. And I love this one with eggs, so that's why I wanted to do this for the bites, which we don't have much room left in here. This definitely took up a lot of the blender. So we got a lot of seasoning. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to the egg bites as well. And then I don't have like any type of silicone mat or anything like that I can use for these. So we're just using a regular muffin tin and I'm just gonna spray it really well with some nonstick spray and hope these don't stick. Is there anything else I need to add to this? Oh, I was gonna add a little cheese. So to these, I also wanna make them a little bit more cheesy. So I'm also gonna add a serving of this Fiesta blend reduced fat cheese from Walmart. I think it's 3 points for that serving. So we need to actually calculate the points, but I guess this entire thing would be 7 points. Yep. So we'll see how many egg bites we get. Oh, and I need to add the red bell pepper, but I'm gonna blend this together and hope this isn't too full. It's past the max liquid line. Let's see.
We'll find out.
Oh, it's very liquidy. I don't know why I was expecting it to be much thicker, like the flatbread, but it's way more egg. It looks like eggnog now.
Oh, and it smells.
It smells like ranch.
It smells like ranch.
How does it still smell like ranch? That doesn't even make sense. So I guess I'll just add the peppers after I pour them into the tray. So I'm just gonna spray the heck out of this. Okay, so next up we're gonna be making the buffalo chicken dip. We have the flatbread in the oven still. I'm just letting it finish cook before we put in the egg bites because I wanna do the water with those. So this, I just bumped it up to 425 so it bakes a little bit faster. After 15 minutes, I just rotated it and then I added 10 more minutes on the timer, and so I'll show you guys what it's looking like after that. But we're gonna quickly make the buffalo chicken dip. So I've got 16 ounces of shredded chicken breast here. I'm tracking this as 0 points. You can use rotisserie chicken, shredded chicken, whatever type of chicken you want to use. Sometimes I even use canned chicken to make this, but today this is what we have. Then what we do is we whip up this cottage cheese. So I'm gonna do 1.5 cups and hope that that is enough. I feel like it will be because we're also gonna add a little mozzarella and then we're gonna add some buffalo, which Adam has his favorite buffalo, well, one of them.
Yeah, this is probably, I don't know, Kinder's just getting there, but the Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce.
Yeah, so we're gonna add that in as well. To a blender cup, I have another one he just cleaned out for me, and we're just gonna whip up the cottage cheese in there. So I have 1.5 cups in here, and I hear a lot of people like to just like spread this on toast, so this is something we could maybe try too, since we have some extra cottage cheese in that whole tub that we have.
True.
But let's go ahead and whip this up and see. What is going on in there? Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's kind of getting there. It almost looks like ice cream. Kind of smells like Greek yogurt and sour cream together.
Oh.
Kind of interesting.
Weird.
Yeah, so I mean, it seems pretty whipped up. It's definitely a different consistency than it was before.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's also different based on the percentage like milk fat you get for the cottage cheese, like how thick it is. I don't know, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks like what you would add to buffalo dip, so.
Yeah. So we've got the shredded chicken right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix in all of this cottage cheese, a 1/4 cup of this buffalo sauce, and then a serving of shredded mozzarella. I'm also gonna add some pepper, some garlic salt, and some of this ranch seasoning from Trader Joe's. We're gonna go ahead and assemble this, and then I think I might pop it in the oven to bake for a little. Okay, so everything is done, and now we're gonna go ahead and do a taste test. I need to be careful lifting this up, but like this held together way better than I expected. Smells pretty good, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it into a quick flatbread sandwich. So I have it here, and I'm just gonna add some of this Coop's Arizona Heat mustard. I've got some chicken breast lunch meat, and then some romaine lettuce. So I'm gonna quickly assemble this, and then we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so we have our first thing that we're trying, and that is the cottage cheese flatbread. And honestly, I'm surprised at how well it held together. Like even right now, just like it's just like a sandwich bread.
So
like
weird.
You have to be kind of careful with it. And peeling it off the parchment paper, I was scared it wasn't gonna come off, but it did if I did it slowly. It smells really interesting.
Yeah, it smells. That's so weird.
Let's go ahead and give it a try. But the entire flatbread that we have here is 4 points on WeightWatchers. So we have a 2-point serving here. It's a good size, I feel like. I feel like this is actually even enough to make a sandwich. We could load it with more like veggies and meat and stuff. But also I think we'd each just like make our own too.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It tastes better plain than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, I feel like it's a little salty.
Yeah.
But I didn't add too much salt, I don't think. I forget that the mustard that I used is spicy too. I was like, it's kind of spicy, but that's the mustard. But I'm honestly shocked at how good it is.
Right, same.
I feel like this would actually make a really good pizza. I think it'd be kind of flimsy as a crust. I honestly
like
just really like it like this as a like sandwich.
It reminds me a lot. I mean, this one's I think even better than the chicken crust we made that one time.
Oh, really? You like it more?
I like this better.
I honestly think I kind of do too. I don't know, it's good. We used, what, a cup of cottage cheese, so a half cup. So this has 12 grams of protein, and then that's not including like the chicken and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice option. It's really good. Honestly, like eating it plain, it kind of has the taste, like you said, of like those Wisp Parmesan crisps. I will definitely make this again.
Yeah, that's really good.
It was so easy to make too, honestly.
Good.
Yeah. I feel like you could even do like a sweet version, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, next thing, let's go ahead and try the egg bites. Hopefully these aren't too hot right now. I went ahead and tracked these, and they are technically, yeah, they look really fluffy.
Yeah.
So this is what they look like on the inside. Definitely different than when I just make the regular egg bites that I bake in the oven though. These come out to, I think it's 1 point for 1, 2 points for 2, and 2 points for 3.
Yep.
So you can have 3 of them for 2. But
Sweet.
I did end up sprinkling a little more cheese, so I tracked that on top of each of them, but let's give it a try.
They smell good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It definitely gives it an extra fluffiness, and it's like moist. Like, it's not exactly the Trader Joe's ones, but I think we would have to do egg whites and then the cottage cheese and then like the spinach and stuff. I feel like though the aftertaste is kind of how the cheese tastes in the Trader Joe's one.
Yeah. I don't know what they use for that one.
I don't know, they might use cottage cheese.
They're good though.
Yeah, I don't know if putting the water in there helped that much, but...
I feel like it made them fluffy. The inside's
Yeah,
like
they definitely
super
are.
fluffy.
I got worried because when I took them out, they were super puffy, and then they dropped really quickly, and they're like much more scrunched together now. You can see they definitely flattened a lot, but sometimes that's how the store-bought ones look.
Yeah.
That's really good. I think this would be really good if we added some bacon or some ham or some
Even the
other
pepper.
veggies. Yeah, the pepper's really good in there.
Very good.
Yeah, so we can definitely mess around with those, but I think just adding the cottage cheese is a really good addition. People also like to do it with scrambled eggs, so we might try that too.
Be good.
It's just a good way to get more protein in.
Yeah.
I like it. So far, so good.
Yes. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Okay, now the last thing we're trying is the buffalo chicken dip, which this made a lot. I know I dipped my finger in there almost, but this made a lot. Smells really, really good.
Very
And
excited for this.
let's go ahead and give it a try.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead and try it with tortilla chips today. So we've just got some regular blue corn tortilla chips from Trader Joe's.
It's very creamy.
It's a little like, yeah, on the liquidy side almost. It
Yeah.
looks like there's still some chunks from the cottage cheese maybe. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, I think it could definitely use a little more buffalo maybe.
Yeah.
But that's just on me. I didn't put enough buffalo sauce.
It's got a really good flavor though.
It's really weird, like liquidy. It almost reminds me of like chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
And it almost kind of tastes like that, I think, because of the rotisserie chicken being seasoned already. It's definitely not the same as, like, when we use cream cheese. It's not that same creaminess. Like I said, it's a little more liquidy, and it could be because we use the 1%, but this tastes like just like a gourmet home-cooked meal of, like, savory chicken with buffalo cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost think this would be good scooped on, like, noodles or rice.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you think it's because we used 1.5 cups of cottage cheese instead of a cup? Because we were making more of it?
No, because I did more chicken.
Oh, okay.
I think that because the chicken was already seasoned rotisserie, it's got that strong flavor. Yeah. And a lot of times we just use like plain shredded chicken.
That's
so
true.
I think next time if we did that, more of the buffalo would stand out. But because this tastes so like savory like that,
yeah,
I think it's just because of the rotisserie seasoning.
The one thing with all three though is I'm not getting a good like a major cottage cheese taste. Like, it's pretty much gone.
Which I don't think cottage cheese, the taste was ever the issue. It's always been like the texture. Yeah. So I feel like that's why it works in here. And again, I think it's because I used the 1%. I think if we used a higher fat cottage cheese, it'd be a little more creamy and like thick. And I wonder if that's what people used when I saw them like whip it up more. Or maybe I overmixed it. I don't think so though.
It's really good stuff.
I don't know.
I'm gonna eat all of it. So.
Everything's so good, yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about putting this on a serving of pasta. I feel like the buffalo chicken would be so good on pasta. And this is technically 8 points for the whole thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So 1 point a serving if you get 8 of these, which I think is a really great portion. Yeah. I think we might be having this for dinner on pasta.
I'm gonna eat 4 today and 4 tomorrow.
And then, like I said, the points for the egg bites, they're 1 for 1, 2 for 2, and 2 for 3. And then the entire flatbread we made was 4 points. So, again, cottage cheese is just a higher protein option. And that's why I've been wanting to try it for so long. And so many people have just been trying different recipes and loving it. And I've avoided it for a really long time. I'm happy that we finally just did it. I think I'll definitely start incorporating it more, even as just like a kind of substitute ingredient, kind of how I use Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering if like cottage cheese would be better in some places instead of like Greek yogurt. So maybe we'll have to try that.
Yeah, or just to change it up a little bit.
That wraps up our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you have any other cottage cheese recipes that we should try, let us know in the comments, please, because I've got cottage cheese left and honestly, this has worked out really well. I'm very happy with it. So finally tried the trendy thing. I'm happy that it worked out well because I keep seeing it's just cottage cheese everywhere. And I've been putting it off, being stubborn about it. So I do want to try whipping it up and spreading it on toast because I've seen a lot of people do that. But like I said, any suggestions you have, let us know. Thank you guys for watching this video and we will see you next time.
Bye.